Hey guys, this is Andres Smirnov for the Fast Lane Truck, and next to me is the 2016 Mercedes-Benz Metris. It's all new for the American market. It's known as the Vito in Europe. And we got a chance to do a first drive of this van. We only had it for about half an hour, and these are pre-production units. But I wanted to give you a quick impression of what this van is all about, and that's coming up right now on the Fast Lane Truck. Now the Metris van comes in two types. This is the passenger van, and this is configured as 7-passenger. You can also get 8. You can also get it as a cargo van, where you only have 2 seats up front and a full load floor here. The nice part about the passenger van, you can remove both benches, the second row and the third row, with a few latches. But they are fairly heavy, so you need probably 2 people to lift them out. Now, under the hood of the 2016 Metris, you'll find a 2-liter turbocharged gasoline engine that produces 208 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. You may also find this engine in a C-Class Mercedes passenger vehicle, but this engine has been slightly detuned. Mercedes is very mindful of maintainability, service cycle. This has a 15,000-mile service interval. So it's backed up by a 7-speed automatic transmission, and there's no EPA ratings on this engine yet. Those will come out closer to launch in October of 2015. There are also a lot of additional features like lane keep assist or lane departure warning system. This engine also comes with a start-stop feature, and it's really good for the city. So the seat has quite a few adjustments. So when you're spending your all-day driving, it's actually a comfortable place to be. You have an armrest in the middle, you have lumbar support, height support, and also a knob for tilting the seat back and forth. After all, it isn't a European style van. When you look at the dash here, it's really, you could be fooled that you're really in a comfortable passenger car from Mercedes. Everything is well laid out, and the steering wheel looks really sporty actually. Now you can get different kinds of rear doors on the Metris van. This is the barn door, split 50-50. And I'm not a huge fan of the barn doors because the center pillar in this area blocks the middle of your view from the rear view mirror. But you can also get a tailgate that lifts all the way up like a regular SUV. And this is a pre-production vehicle, but actually it feels like Mercedes passenger car would feel. Now this passenger version is configured for 7 passengers right now, but you can also put an additional seat right here that folds to make it easier to get back to the rear row. But sitting here, I'm actually really comfortable. I have enough headroom, and I like how the seat bottoms are actually off the floor enough, so my legs are actually comfortable here. From the driver's seat, the A-pillars are actually pretty thick, but there is an additional window in the corner. So overall visibility, I wouldn't call it the best in a smaller van market, but it's not the worst either. So if you're using your van for business, fuel economy is really important to you. And Mercedes chose to use a turbocharged gasoline motor in the Metris van. There is no diesel available at the start. You do have a start-stop feature for when you come to a complete stop in city traffic. So that helps with fuel economy. For this first impression, we just drove 69 miles, and the computer is saying that we averaged 32 mpgs, and this was all highway between about 65 miles an hour and about 45. Our average speed was 44, in fact. So 32 mpgs is really good for a van this size. We also had 5 people in here, so it was not empty. The fuel filler is actually right next to the driver door right here. And this turbocharged engine is recommended to run on 91 octane, which may not be best for most customers, but Mercedes paid special attention to it, and this vehicle can run on 87 octane as well. So the Metris van drives a lot like an SUV. For example, like an M-Class from Mercedes. You don't feel like you're in this gigantic vehicle, and that's a good thing. We hope to get the Metris van to our home office so we can do a lot more thorough testing of it. We only had about 30 minutes with this van. So come back to tfltruck.com for more news, views, and real-world reviews. See you soon. Now I have a chance to jump into the cargo version of the all-new Mercedes-Benz Metris. And there are a couple differences I noticed based when compared to the passenger version of this. First, it feels lighter on its feet. We're not carrying any weight in here, so it's empty, and it feels a little bit more nimble. It also has a different suspension. It's a little bit stiffer, and it can handle more payload. Obviously, there are many options you can get, but this particular version has a manually adjustable climate control versus the automatic system in the passenger van. This also has dual sliding doors and the barn doors in the back, and they're the 50-50 split. So it does block a little bit of the center vision in the middle of when you look back.